gun will just melee with his thrusty spear. Haha. He thrusts it every night before going to sleep. Spear. Why did gun stop attacking, I wonder? Oh well.
I want to see suffering. Yes?
Now let's enter the portal. This could be that this doesn't really take us anywhere we haven't been to. A decision you make early in the game might have repercussions much later. Sounds good. Sounds oh so very good. Yep, we have been here. Let's see if they all now respawn again. If it's based on time or hopping through the portals. We'll know soon. Will there spawn a greater shadow to attack us here? Not yet anyway. Still have tortoiseshell. It is hour 23. Okay, time to go to Death God's Vault. But of course, before we do, we'll cast some extra buffs, like Greater Cat's Grace and stuff. And Persistent Haste, of course. Mustn't forget about that. Let's examine the door. This ominous structure takes the place of where the Temple of Kalin sits on the Prime. Okay, Greater Cat's Grace. Greater Stone Skin, because hey, why not?
Come this way.
And then Persistent Haste.
There's light in the
And of course now we have these extended stone skin. Will be 2 hours per level. So we will give that to Lord as well. Though of course once Lord gets beaten enough, the stone skin will wear off, so as such it's not necessarily that long of a duration on it. Okay, save here and let's enter this place of nightmares. Oh, it was trapped. God damn it. At least the fortitude save succeeded, so only lost some hit points. Oh, what the hell, let's cast Lesser Vigor on Lord as well. Small regeneration for a short while. Very small regeneration for a very short while. This vault was built by Miracle, the old god of the dead, who was killed by Mystra in the time of troubles. Oh, wow, this looks like the what's in the kitchen? The last location where the King of Shadows was hiding. Okay, I think we will need to have Kaji scout here.
Yes?
To not die horribly before we get anywhere from the door. Oh, we can actually enter this pool of blood. Okay, nothing so far. Nice interior designs. Kalin the dove is here. Kalin possesses a strange, otherworldly grace. Her hair is silver white, her eyes dark, almost black, like those of a dove. Her wings mark her as a half celestial, a mortal with one parent who was an angel from the higher planes. Kalin has an unmistakable intensity about her and a quiet sadness that lurks behind her dark eyes. I have a feeling we might be getting a companion very soon.
Yes.
Yeah, the blood doesn't seem to be dangerous in any way as such. Yeah, I'm getting used to the strategy mode. Let's stick with that. And ancient mosaic.
Yes?
Let's
There are few
Oh.
who would brave the tattered black gates that tie this shadow Mulsantir to its twin. Yet you have come, brave or not. What is your reason for coming here? Has something called you to this place?
I'm definitely liking the soundtrack of this campaign way more than the official campaign, which had quite a lot from the first Neverwinter Nights as well. Not really a fan, but this one is definitely awesome. At this point we would go with the obvious. Are you Kalin the Dove? Your siblings have been looking for you.
That does not surprise me. My siblings are loyal and often quite persistent. No doubt it was Ephraim or Sousa who you met. Possibly both. I have been cut off from the menagerie for some time, and it seems they have not given up the hunt. But it would be unlike them to surrender such a hunt, especially for their sister. I am Kalin, formerly of the House of the Triad. My spirit now lies within the House of Ilmater.
House of the Triad? And who is Ilmater? Or however you pronounce it. I think these people pronounce it differently. I have definitely heard someone here or in the official campaign pronounce it Ilmater. Oh well.
Ilmater is the god of martyrs and suffering. He brings solace to those in pain, or to those who feel incomplete.
You know his name and his acts, then. He calls us all, and comforts the wounded. Even in this place, I can feel his presence, and it grants me the strength to continue on.
Why do I see Nishka's face in Kalin's face? I have no idea why. I miss Nishka, definitely. Well, what brings a priest of Ilmater to the Shadow Plane?
I seek entrance to the depths of this vault.
Duh.
The next stage of my pilgrimage lies there, and this gate before me is but another obstacle placed in my path.
How did you get to the Shadow Plane?
I have spent most of my life traveling the plains. Even so, it took me a long time to sense the ebb and flow of the portals in Mulsantir. With enough concentration, I was able to bridge them, although, judging from your strength, it was more difficult for me than for you.
Well, that's not in any way surprising. Well, from what we've seen so far, it would seem that the portals in Shadowplane are not affected by time, at least not in the same way as the ones in Mulsantir, but maybe she knows a bit more. So, are they affected by time like the ones in Mulsantir?
That is a good question. I know the ones in Mulsantir unveil themselves at night. If so, the darkness of the Shadow Plane should leave the portals to Mulsantir always open, but that is merely a guess. Although, since the flow of streets, and even potential obstructions, in Mulsantir may not be here, there may be more portals here than were evident in Mulsantir. I have not explored enough to say. But again, what I offer are guesses only. Do not take my words as truth unless you have a chance to test the portals yourself.
Well, that's what we were doing. So, we are wise and experienced, unlike you. Stupid girl. How did you fight your way past all those creatures?
It was actually easier to go forward than retreat, so do not think me brave. Many were the shadows that I fought on my way here, and as I explored this place, they arose anew from the darkness. I suspect that with the passage of time, even the opponents you faced on the way here may arise again to face you.
Yep, noticed. So it is definitely linked to time. Maybe a day, 24 hours or so. Oh well, let's ask if she knows. How fast do the creatures here return?
I believe they returned within a day's cycle. It may have been less. Time is difficult to track within this plane.
Well, it's nice that there is no exact answer given. Well, do you know how to open that gate?
I have stood before this door and studied its surface for days countless, and let my eyes fall upon upon black, the thin etchings of its surface. If you relax your eyes to the shadow, you see the true depths of the artistry of these mosaics, some written in ash, others in shale, slate, and dyed tile black. Within these shades is a key, and once unlocked, the path will continue on.
Well, if you're standing here, then it seems you're not that smart. I'm surprised she is still conscious if she's been here for days staring at the door. Well, if you're standing here, then it seems like the gate's already gotten the upper hand.
That would imply I have admitted defeat. I have not. This gate will open. I merely need to find the means to unlock it.
You mean I have to do it because you are not smart enough to do it yourself, otherwise you would have already done it. Let's be honest here. Or do you have any... well, she will probably just blab again about the forms and the mosaics, so... You think we could discuss a bit about the differences in Prime and the Shadow Plane? The structure is more massive than the one in Mulcentir.
It is. Unlike the other structures, it is not a shadow of Mulcentir. It was purposely built on the Shadow Plane by priests of Myrkul.
Question is, why did the priests of Myrkul build it here?
This place was chosen for its secrecy. Few can travel here as they would in the realms, and even once here, fewer can survive its inhabitants. Its purpose was a library and a prison. The priests of Myrkul used it to store valuable artifacts and relics. They also imprisoned enemies of the faith here, ones they needed to keep in shadow and silence.
Well, what my question really was, actually, well, what I was wondering about is why did they choose to build it at the exact same spot here as the Temple of Kalambor? What did they do with them, the prisoners?
For those who needed to be silenced forever, or had simply passed on to the City of Judgment, a crematorium was also said to lie within these walls. Myrkul had many enemies, both within his temples and without. Many died in Myrkul's name with no one to hear their last words, with no one to help ease their suffering.
Well, how much of this structure have you explored? Because there is an open door there behind us on the side, I think. This is kind of hard to say because Lord is somewhere a bit further back, but I don't think that is the door where we came in from, so... yeah, how much have you explored?
Beyond the Great Hall? Not far. Many of Myrkul's priests remain in the antechambers. I did not wish to reveal myself to them until I had finished my studies of the gate to the level below. Still, I suspect I will only find what I seek in the side chambers, where the priests still carry out Myrkul's rituals.
Damn. Never easy. But predictable and expected that it's not easy. But I thought this place was abandoned.
The disciples of Myrkul remain, but they are mummified now. They are difficult opponents, but perhaps together we may best them. I can lend my powers to yours if you wish.
Well, we do share common goals at this point. And... mummified priests? Any advice on dealing with them?
My belief in Ilmater may allow us to defeat them simply by faith alone, by turning them.
Oh god.
Some may be too strong for such power, however. Fire may serve us well against them, but be careful not to let them get too close. Their touch carries rot and disease, tools of Myrkul. If you wish me to join you in defeating them, it may be worthwhile to let me rest, so I can pray to Ilmater for spells to fight such diseases before we continue on.
Well, the number one question is pointless to go there, we pretty much know, and why this is a structure to miracle, because it's not the same structure, is basically the answer anyway. Yeah, I guess it's time. Your strength will fade the longer you remain. Come with us. We can make use of your powers. We can abuse your powers.
I do not doubt your words. This place has sapped my strength, and will continue to do so. Still, my purpose is here. I must find a way to the lower vault. No matter what I try, this gate blocks my efforts. I can find no key, no means of opening it. I do not know what more to do.
Use your brains, you know the thing. Yeah, I guess it's pointless explaining about something she doesn't have. Yeah, maybe it would help if she would do something else than just stare at the door. Could maybe get it open a bit easier. Yeah, I guess we might as well join forces, as we did come here to find her. That was the main reason we came here in the first place, so come with me. I have use for a healer, and you could use a break from staring at that gate.
I do not like the thought of being reduced to my uses, nor leaving before I learn how this gate might be opened. Yet this gate has yet to yield its secrets. Perhaps elsewhere in this vault lies a key.
Duh!
I pledge myself to your service. Let us see what good we can achieve by our alliance, and may Ilmater bless our endeavor.
Yeah, after we are out of here, I am so kicking you on the ass as hard as I can, and, you know, bye-bye. Definitely not staying with us for long. Well, before we leave, I had some questions about this place.
Of course. What did you wish to know?
Let's see if there is anything else we can ask. No, there isn't. Okay, I must be on my way. Farewell. Kalin is a cleric and is capable of casting powerful healing spells. Her cleric abilities also make her very useful when battling undead, and her half-celestial heritage grants her a number of unique racial feats, such as immunity to disease and damage reduction versus non-magical weapons. Not bad. But yeah, because this will now then again require a bit of
I have such sights to show you.
checking things and stuff. We will leave it at that for now. And next time we will maybe rest, maybe not. Depending. I don't think we'll break the rule of no resting on hostile areas, though of course there is the ambush danger here. But we will see what we will do. Anyway, we shall grab Kalin along and go kill mummified priests and stuff. So until next time.